Happy holidays, everyone. Okay, so this was not planned at all. Um, I was not planning on going live. But um, once again, happy holidays. Breaking news. I'm trying to get everything to the PC right now. So if anyone pops in the next minute or two, that's what I'm doing. We just had the breaking announcement that there is, well, one, we finally got our junior and Destroy Evolution um, information. Destroy Evolution. Uh, it's got a name to it. I gotta look up the name. Or actually, it might just be Junior and Evolution set because that's a new name by itself. Man, but the Kaiser Ghidorah was unexpected, so I apologize for just a second, everyone. I'm just getting everything onto the PC, trying to save all my files and stuff, make sure that we have it all on here. I don't even know if anyone's gonna clock in. It is what, 9 o'clock on Christmas. One, it's 9 o'clock on Christmas. Two, it's Stranger Things night as well. I was in the middle of watching Stranger Things and I stopped everything to get this done. Okay, and I've been spelling Kaiser wrong. I believe they're using the EI spelling. I've been using the A spelling, so that's my own fault. Yeah, so it's probably spelled like that. So I'm gonna have to go fix everything. Okay, just about done getting the last photo transferred over because the group chat on Instagram is going a little wild tonight. Plenty of things. Oh, we do have someone watching. Hello, hello. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas is specifically today. Kwanzaa's tomorrow. So happy holidays. Happy Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. Okay, we'll just get the big guy out of the way. Okay, let's just talk about this. All right, the screen, oops, is back. There we go. Okay, sorry guys. So here's the promo photo. So they're doing the same thing they did with Ghidorah this year. Now I would say that it is very likely that we should expect maybe the same thing. They've done this every single year now for the last 2 years where there's a big like New Year's holiday season announcement. This is it. My guess is she probably, we don't know what Ghidorah is. Ghidorah will probably come up for pre-order within, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be before I go to Japan. Actually, one more thing. Okay, and Hobby Genki hasn't added their stock yet. So I wanted to make sure. But yeah, so Kaiser probably won't be going up for pre-order for a few months. The other thing about the junior set that we'll talk about before we fully dive into the junior set is that junior doesn't go up for pre-order until the 9th. So in 2 weeks, junior doesn't go up for pre-order. So just be on the lookout. So, and it ended up being way cheaper than I expected. So I'm pretty pumped. Oh wow. Katie, how's it going? I just saw the promo for Kaiser. I won't buy it because I'm not a fan of that version, but I know many. Yeah, I'm buying it. And it looks good from the silhouette. It maybe they threw the Bandai. Well, maybe not the Bandai. Kind of almost looks like the X Plus. I don't know. It looks cool. I'm interested to see if this silhouette is the actual figure or not, which typically it ends up being. So Kaiser, yeah. Not like surprising, but it was kind of a shock to see Junior and just be excited because I've been waiting for Junior. I haven't been making posts about it, but my Matt in my group chat can tell you guys I haven't shut up about the Junior pre-orders being like late as hell. I just wanted it out so I could know what so I can know when it comes out, which the junior set does come out before I go to Japan. Save your money because I think it'll be expensive. I collect every Monsterarts figure, so, or every Godzilla and Gamma, so no, I won't be saving money. Kaiser's like a a one and a done. It's going to be like Legion, and Legion's not available anymore. So Legion is gone. I've seen 2 for 700, and then Entertainment Earth still has their Legion on pre-order, but it's $700 after shipping. So it's what's gonna happen with Kaiser. Kaiser's gonna be basically what Legion was. A very limited made to order run. It's probably gonna be, like I said, $400, $500, $600, maybe 700. We'll see. Maybe 7. It could also end up being cheaper though, because I would say that a lot of Legion's price is in her transformation and her flying form, which was specially crafted for the release of the figure. So there is a good chance that maybe Kaiser could be a little cheaper. So I don't want to say it's 100%, but like I ended up being right with Legion saying she was going to be $500, and I was saying that for months, and then she was announced and she was $500. So regrettably, I'm probably going to be a little bit more anal on that price and be making sure people know. For Junior, we'll save from Kaiser because there's not a lot left for Kaiser. So we'll move on to what this stream is mainly going to be, talking about the Junior and Destroyah Evolution set. So just right off the bat, this set ended up being way cheaper than I thought it was going to be. Very, very happy with that. So it's only 18,000 yen. So my guess, $200. Just saying. Probably about $200. So, and I think that's really good. I already had someone being like, that's really expensive. It's like, well, the Destroyah set alone, and we're talking about 12 years ago, the set alone was $100, when the only two above $100 releases was Destroyah and King Ghidorah. And I remember people saying that same thing. And now the aftermarket on this set is $300+ in Japan, not in the US, in Japan. So it's even more in the US to get this. This is like $400 in the US because, I don't know, US sellers just like to sit on these things for years. They'll have scalper prices and then they'll just sit there until they're not scalpel prices anymore. It's the thing that happened with Ultima. A lot of people had it at like $250, and then eventually all the regular priced ones fell, and now Ultima is like a $250 figure. So $300 here in the US. In Japan, it's not even 20,000 yen. So, but it's expensive to ship. So yeah, so the set's 1,800. So I mean, if you break that down, that's 9,000 for the Evolution set and 9,000 for Junior. 9,000 for Junior is a lot, so maybe you could be like, well, if it's 6,000, 12,000 for the Evolution set, that actually probably would be a good breakdown. But anyways, so the pre-orders don't go live until the 9th of January. Very, very, very late. I don't quite know why it's this late. Well, okay, one of the reasons is because Japan doesn't really take like Christmas off. Like, it's a holiday, but it's not a big thing. You know, Japan's not the most religious country in the world. So, you know, some of the excitement for Christmas is obviously the, religion side of the holiday. So, so it's, in Japan, it's not quite as crazy, but they take New Year's off. They have like a week and a half off of New Year's. So next week, like Hobby Genki said, if something doesn't ship by the 27th, it's not leaving the warehouse, which is, concerning because my Ghidorahs still hasn't fully left Hobby Genki, even though I ordered it 2 weeks ago now. So I'm not super impressed with that, but at the same time, it's holiday season, and although Japan's not celebrating the holiday, a lot of their online stuff is selling, so they're in the same spot as I am. In fact, I've been told by people in Japan or have friends in Japan that ship that this year was kind of crazy for like their shipping stuff, so all that stuff got slowed down. So an understandable reason around the holidays to not get something so quick. Plus, I know once DHL gets it, it'll be here within 2 days. So it's just getting it to DHL. Something to note about this set before we look through the promos. Down here it does say it gives the legal warnings for the prototype. So what's interesting is the Destroyah Evolution set notes that it's the 2013 prototype, so these are just straight reissues. Now for Junior, it says that this is the 2017 prototype. I completely forgot and didn't remember, and I still don't remember, that this Junior mold right here is actually different than the original Godzilla Junior from 2012 or 2013. The OG that I have. So, which is actually I think, out of all the old Monsterarts that I had, I believe the only two that never got reviewed was Junior, and it looks like I didn't have a Jet Jaguar Singular Point review either for Jet Jaguar PP, but I thought I had a review. But that was right around the time that I quit Monsterarts, so or took a break. But so it's interesting to know that this is the 2017 mold. I believe it's the head. The head and I think the hands are different, because my hands on my original one were flat. They're like this. This one, they look like typical Godzilla hands. So, but maybe that's something that was fixed with the 2017. I've never owned the special color version. So, all right, so let's get into the actual photos. Let's look at Junior, huh? Let's actually take a peek. Can I actually? Oh, I don't have to even open them all up. Well, we're still gonna keep that. So here's Junior itself. Junior looks good. Like I said, this is the 2017 sculpt. So whatever the difference is here, that's the difference. Once again, I'm pretty sure it's the head. I thought the head got tweaked. It looks like the arms got changed too, though. I don't remember them being that slanted. And then we do have the Evolution set. I've never owned this set, so for me, I'm just happy I keep opening the wrong tabs. I was in the middle of watching Stranger Things, which, I'm a little shocked that I'm taking this 20-25 minute break away. But I really did think it was important that we went live with this and we talked about this. I actually was not expecting these tonight. And not this late either. It's 9 o'clock my time. This is pretty late for announcements. So here it is. Here's two angles of here's the base one, the crab form. Aggregate looks good. I really like the paint on this. These look like they match the special color version Destroyah, honestly, a little bit more. Rather than the new Decisive Battle version, which also just released in Japan. And I'm not going to do like a reaction stream because it is at its base a reissue figure, but I'll get that in February, or January, depending on when Beast can get me it or get it available, and then when I can pay for it. So that's the other thing I had to be able to pay for. So we do get the extended mouth though, so that's cool that wasn't forgotten. Here's the flying form. This looks really, really good. We do know it has a flight stand. It's not shown, but it is included. Here it is with Junior. It almost makes it look a lot larger than it actually is here. Here's Junior being picked up by the new Destroyah. Very, very nice. Very excited to have this figure, by the way, guys. I can't tell you how excited I am for this Destroyah. All the reviews coming out lately. Oh man, I'm in heaven. In heaven. I'm hitting the gosh darn wrong things. And here's Junior with the Burning Godzilla, the 70th anniversary. So it's very nice. Obviously not 100% size accurate. I think the Monsterarts is just a little large, but it's close enough. It articulates really damn well, so I'm not going to complain. Now, it is important to note, regrettably, no beam and no helicopters for Junior. So there is not an excuse. There is a reason as a completist, if you're like me, where one, you want the whole line, but also if you want every accessory, you have to buy every version of Junior to have every accessory, and I think that's a little crazy, but it is what it is. Am I still going to do it? Absolutely. So I'm very excited for Junior in the Evolution set. Once again, at 18,000, basically 9,000, 19,000 yen. I just, I can't disagree with that price. It's less than what I thought. Obviously, USD is going to be weird with tariffs and stuff, but probably right around 200 bucks. I would guess 200, maybe 210, because that's the same thing with Mega Gearus, if I'm not mistaken. If I go here, change this to yen. Mega Gearus was 22,000 yen, and it ended up being 211. So this could even be cheaper. The pattern is that the yen is actually, the USD is still less than the yen, but because of how currency conversions work, they're able to build the tariff into that. So it looks like they're actually using the yen conversion rate, then adding the tariff. So they end up being just only slightly a little bit more expensive than they initially would have been. So 18,000 yen. 4 figures, 4 small figures, but still a set. It's interesting that there's no anniversary talk on there. So I guess they just didn't feel the need, but maybe once we get the actual box, we'll have the 30th anniversary stuff slapped on there. Even if it's just the Burning Godzilla logo. I can't remember if Destroyah actually has that. Let me check really quick on my phone. I do have a photo of the box saved, I thought. Maybe I don't. I do not. I do believe that the box had the... Oh, there it is. The box does not have the anniversary logo on it. So, okay. So the only one that got the anniversary treatment is Burning. My prediction for Kaiser Ghidorah is 450. I would say that's probably a good import price. I should probably, I mostly speak in yen when talking about Monsterarts. So maybe... But I try to do USD because it's easier for people who don't import if you just pay attention to like the Big Bad Toy Store prices or the USD prices. It doesn't cancel them out. My guess, Ghidorah is probably going to be 60,000 yen though. I could see it being cheaper than Legion because it's not going to transform. It doesn't have all those accessories, and they can condense the box down. Where Legion, they had to purposely expand it, and then they had to fit the styrofoam in there for the figure, all of the protective materials, all the copyright for the flying form, and then the designing of the flying form, and then actually engineering the figure so it could transform. We could see this cheaper. 450 probably is I would say that's a very good EST. I don't think that's going to be the US pre-order price point, but I do think that's probably going to be right around what it'll be to import it before shipping, obviously. This is probably going to be another 20,000, 30,000 yen ship figure. Getting up there with Legion. I believe Legion was right under 30,000 for most people before tariff. So, and as of right now, once again, I've said it last stream not to make things political, but until the midterms in the US, assume that tariffs are going to be here the whole run through until things change, which they're not going to until, well, not even next year. Next year is voting, so 2027. So I expect there to be tariffs. Are you making an increasingly expensive hobby even more expensive? We did get confirmation, I believe, that the drill does turn on the Gotango, by the way. So that is something that should be happening. I don't think they've fully finalized it yet, but that is the rumor from Tamashi, is that the drill for the Gotango will rotate. So I know I kind of, during that announcement, I didn't know for sure, but I've heard from a few different people that the drill tip should be able to spin. So not Junior. Kaiser's looking really good there. Man. Another Ghidorah-sized kaiju. It's crazy. Very, very excited. So that's kind of it, everyone. Breaking news stream here, I'm feeling really good though. I don't know about you guys. Um, it's kind of a really crazy Christmas, a double announcement for Tamashi. I almost thought that they were just gonna drop more movie graphics releases, but I'm pumped. Uh, Junior and Evolution set is a 150,000% pre-order, and Kaiser once it happens. I will also likely be pre-ordering. Kaiser does throw in a loop. I've been budgeting out all of my basically everything up until Japan, and then obviously everything after as well. So I've been budgeting this out. So this drop has been very important because this ended up being the June release. That's what these two are, is the web shop release for June. And there shouldn't be a general release this month, so June should be a one and done for Monsterarts, at least for Godzilla. We could get Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Monster Hunter. It's been a while since we've had a release on either one, and we have a bunch of new prototypes, so well, not a bunch, we have a few, so we'll see. But these guys come out in June. Very happy with the price, at least the Japanese price. We'll see what the USD is like, but I think even at 200 you're winning, because you're spending 300 just to get the Evolution set from Japan, and you're spending more on it if you're buying it on eBay or something. Junior himself has also been getting pretty expensive. We're talking like getting closer to $200. So, don't expect the prices on the older releases to go down. I would expect I think the juniors are actually going to go up because this has no accessories. Because now the beam effect from the special color version is now going to be wanted for all the new collectors getting junior. And the original release has the planes. So if you're really into the planes and having all of the what's the newsits of Monsterarts, I think that one's going to go up a little bit, although I could see that one kind of just gradually falling down too. The special color version, I think, will just remain the epitome of expensive. It's the second most expensive, smallest Monsterarts release behind Little Godzilla. So that is about it from me, everyone, though. Like I said, this was like literally last minute. We got the info. I saw Junior was coming out, went to go save photos, and saw the Kaiser post, and completely like, if Matt was in the chat, he could tell you, I've been literally waiting for Junior's announcement for the last 3 weeks, just every day, paying attention, and just completely just pushed over for Kaiser. Very excited. So, hopefully anyone who wants the Destroyah and Evolution, Junior and Evolution set, you guys are able to get it. I would recommend to most collectors just wait for the US release. Wait for the US sites to put it up for pre-order. Probably don't need to it's one of those ones where I would get it right away, kind of like most of the Heisei reissues of over the last year. It's like, get it sooner than later, but I would say this is a good price. Kaiser, KD, he said he's out on Kaiser, and that's valid. And there's going to be more from Kaiser, so I'm getting it. I'm a completist for Monsterarts. It's the only Godzilla line that I collect now that's not Shin Godzilla, so I want every kaiju, so this is a W in my book. Interesting that Tamashii Nation's event was, a month and a half ago. There was the only suggestion that Kaiser was coming was the Heat Ray, so, and some of the wording used on the Heat Ray Godzilla announcements. So I'm glad Kaiser is coming. Interesting that we didn't see it at Tamashii Nations, where last year we did get to see Legion. Kaiser is hidden until then. In fact, yeah, that's probably, say, March. That's when Legion went up for pre-order. It was March, I think, or February. Can't remember. So that's likely when it'll be up for pre-order next 2 months. Hopefully not February, because I have even after cutting out a few pre-orders, February is a very expensive month for the channel. I should be finalizing my passport by then for Japan. And then for February, we have Shin Awakening movie graphics. And like I said, the Monsterarts Destroyah, the US landfall should be anywhere middle of January, end of February, or beginning of February. So, like, there's $200. Konnichiwa. Hey, Batman, Arkham City, Terra Strong. How's it going? Pretty impressive, though. So, Kaiser is the really big breaking news, but Junior and Evolution Set finally getting a reissue after, basically, by the time it's out, it's going to be 9 years since Junior was in 2017. So almost a decade for Junior, and then 12 years for the Evolution Set. Pretty big release. I wouldn't let people online minimize this release. This is very good for the line. Reissue or not, this is really good. Kaiser, on the other hand, you know, it's like Legion, where it's like the few that can afford it or are willing to sacrifice, sell, not eat, you know, whatever I'm gonna have to do to get Kaiser is what I'll do. It's just what it is. So same thing with Legion. Hopefully I don't have to, you know, not, you know, ramen noodles and ice water for a month for Kaiser, but we'll see. Anyways, everyone, it's been just about 30 minutes. I'm going to get back to Stranger Things because I was already late. And I'm going to let all of you get back to your holiday celebrations. Like I said, happy holidays, Merry Christmas specifically, since it's the 25th that this is live, but also make sure we get all of our holidays. Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa's tomorrow for the 26th. Just very, very, very happy holidays, everyone. I hope you guys had a good day. I had a pretty good day. I was up, took 2 naps. Larissa and I went to Anaconda in theaters, which was packed, by the way. Very, very packed. The theater was basically sold out. But that was every theater. This morning at noon. When we went last year for Nosferatu, we went to the 10 a.m. showing and no one was there. But when we went at 1 o'clock today, everyone was there. I was told every theater was basically sold out every hour today for the most of them. So pretty cool. Anaconda was fun. It's not, I don't think anyone could expect what that movie is. I thought it was going to be different. And it was even more different. Not in a bad way. I thought it was fine. I think critics are being a little too harsh on it, but I think, you know, at the same time, like, critics have to be critical. Like, you know, that's part of their job. So it's like, win and a lose. But that is it for me. Happy holidays, everyone. Happy Monsterarts releases. Hopefully you guys are excited for what we've got here. And then still more to come. I would guess in February we would get the Movie Graphics Plus Kiryugoji and GMK announcements. So, or maybe even end of January, since these are kind of coming at a really weird time on the 9th. So that must suggest when Japan is off holiday. Yeah, so they're going to be, I think they take like the 30th, 31st, or it might be the 29th all the way through the 9th. Yeah, it could be that. Because they get like a whole week and a half off. So they might not be back 5th or 6th in here. Because pre-order's on the 9th on a Friday night. I'll be at work. Another pre-order at work. But I'll have my coworker there. So I'll be able to go and slip away for a few minutes to get Junior. Hi. How's it going? I'm Average's Basement. How's it going? I'm actually just about to head out, but once again, thanks everyone. I kind of, honestly, for the last few minutes, I just wanted to get it to a flat 30. I'll be honest. But very, very excited for the Monsterarts releases. I'm good. Glad to hear it. Happy holidays. If you're celebrating any. I typically don't, but I still want to wish everyone a happy holidays. I hope everyone had a good day. This is it for Kaiju Mayatic, though. Kaiser Ghidorah, Godzilla Jr. and Destroy Evolution set are on the way. Kaiser, I would guess, in 2 or 3 months, we'll see full details. Pre-orders on the 9th for Junior and Destroyah. So keep that in mind. 18,000 yen, 19,000 yen, so probably about $200. And yeah, that's about it, everyone. Take care. Happy holidays. See y'all later. Bye, guys.